Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Nikki. I am a homeschooling mom to an only kiddo going into the 4th grade. But today's video is going to be all about my 4th grade language arts curriculum picks. The time is here, the season is here. So if that is something that interests you, keep on watching. If you're new here, I would love to tell you about my podcast. I have a podcast with Ashley from Gathered and Grounded called Two Homeschool Moms. It airs every Monday on our YouTube channel of Two Homeschool Moms, and it is also aired on Two Homeschool Moms on any podcast platform that you listen to. We talk homeschool, mom life, and dive into real, raw, and relatable topics. So if you're new here, go check that out. I will have everything linked down below in the description box. All right, so 4th grade language arts. This was something that I have struggled deciding on. If you're new here, I have put out a video some time ago now where I've been kind of struggling with the idea of what is education. And you know, I was a public school kid, private and public school kid growing up. And for me, it looked so much different. And it's what's been your experience and what you think of things going in your future. And so I didn't want to come in this schoolroom and replicate my school experience. So I just kind of went down this rabbit hole of unschooling, and ultimately, like, you can go check out that video. I'll have it linked down below. But ultimately, I came to the point of knowing my child is very good with structure. My child is very good with routine. My child is very good with workbooks. And ultimately, I have decided to stick with still continuing to do our core subjects, but allowing a little bit more freedom of choice when we get into the fun stuff. So these are my language arts picks for 4th grade. So there are several components to language arts. There's reading, there's writing, and there's spelling and vocabulary. And yeah, so I wanted to pick the best curriculum that I thought could simplify this process, but also give us those components where if we need the resources, we can have them. I do believe that grammar is important to an extent. Like, she needs to know how to write decently, maybe not perfectly, but decently to get into life. So we are going to be using word roots from Critical Thinking Co. I do not plan to use this every day, by no means. We only school about 4 times a week, and I plan to incorporate this either on a 1 day a week basis, or I haven't quite decided because I'm still coming up with my daily routine schedule. And so my thought process is, if I'm going to do it once a week, okay, but if I don't, then I'm likely going to alternate this with something else. Keep watching. Anyways, word roots is learning the better building blocks of spelling and vocabulary. So if you are not familiar, I will be doing a flip through on it, but that's not what today is going to be. But as you could see, you learn your prefixes, your suffixes, and all things to kind of develop that root of the word and be able to understand it and pick it apart should your child come across a word they don't know. So this is what I feel is a really cool concept, because you're getting to some words that some adults don't even know, right? And if you knew how to pick them apart by the meaning of their suffixes and prefixes and all of that, then I feel like that sets you up for so many things in your future. So I really, really am excited to dive into this year. This is for grades 3 and 4, but honestly, I think you could start whenever you want. Next up is reading. We have been using this for 3rd grade as well, and we love it. I cannot rave about it more than I have. Honestly, we are doing Mostos Press Literature. This is the level 4 Ruby. Recently, I came out with a video of a schedule that Rainbow Resources has created for this curriculum. This does not have a like teacher's schedule, like a day-to-day schedule. So it's not broken down for you, like do this on this day, do this on that day. So I love that Rainbow Resources created this schedule for me. So we are going to do this every single day, and it's these lovely color stories. The stories are so rich in everything. I mean, the content, the stories, it's just, there's so many lessons taught in the stories in our 3rd grade level that I just can't even imagine the beauty that's going to be in this 4th grade level. So we're going to be doing that, and I'll be coming out with my personal schedule for this soon. And then it comes with the workbook for it as well, and I have a teacher's guide as well. So the workbook is no longer in color, which is fine because it didn't like have pictures before. It was just, you know, slightly colorful. So the workbook, which I did get this used, and there's only like 2 pages I have to erase, so don't mind those. But it's going to have your vocabulary and your like comprehension type questions, and like organizers, I forget what they call that, graphic organizers, and stuff like that. So we sometimes use this, sometimes not, but I do plan on incorporating it as much as I can in our next school year. Next up is writing. So we have had complete success with this company thus far. This is something that I have noticed a great improvement in my daughter's writing by using Winning with Writing. I just came across this in our 3rd grade year, and we love it. I mean, this is such a basic book, but it has so much good content in it. How it is laid out is you basically do a page a day. And so we do this every single day, but likely I'm going to split it next year into twice a week. And because the lessons are so short, we'll probably be doubling up on lessons on the days that we do Winning with Writing, which she's totally okay with. Like, this is a curriculum that my daughter asks for. Like, she likes to do it, which says a lot to me about this company. It is written to the student, and it's basically like 1 page a day. So it's super easy, and it's definitely written for her to understand it. It does come with a 1st semester book and a 2nd semester book. And then it has the teacher's level as well. And this is just the answer keys. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I mean, a lot of it I understand and know the answers to. So next up is kind of where I was headed with word roots and splitting things accordingly. So I'm about to show you 2 different things, but I'm not like, I don't have the plan in my head on how I'm going to incorporate it yet, because I still in the back of my mind do want to simplify our year. So I think what that's going to look like is I'm going to be alternating from these curriculums so that they're not being done every day, and that we're just going to piece through the things that I feel are important through them and use it more as a tool, like we all should be doing with our curriculum. So we are going to be doing Zahner Bloser, grammar, usage, and mechanics. So I have the teacher's edition and the student's edition, and this is for grade 4. I love it. It's in color, which I'm super happy about. But it's become not a deal breaker for me anymore, even though I know I've been like, it's gotta have color. These lessons are kind of, so we finished up our Beowulf grammar, and so this is where I'm kind of moving into our like next thing. So each lesson is about one page in this book, which is nice. Sometimes there's 2 pages, sometimes there's 1. I'm going to be doing a flip through on this real soon, but because we are doing word roots as well, grammar is probably something that's going to be what I incorporate with our mostos every day. And then word roots is going to be alternated with Soaring with Spelling from Jack Chris Publishing. This is why I want to alternate it, because I'm going to be getting the vocabulary, or a lot of the vocabulary, through word roots. But I asked my daughter, and she really wants to have a separate spelling curriculum. I told her I was just going to pull spelling words from Mostos, but she looked at this and she really liked it. So we're going to try it. This is not going to be every day. I'm just putting that out there. We're probably going to do this once a week and do this once a week. And then on the other days, utilizing the grammar book. So this book is new to me. We have not used this curriculum for spelling before, but it's laid out kind of like the same way the Winning with Writing book is laid out. It's 1 page a day for lessons, but it's super simple. And the words are pretty good for 4th grade. It's a lot of bigger words that she was not really getting in her 3rd grade curriculum. So like when it goes over prefixes and stuff like that in this book, I'm probably going to skip it and take into account this book. So I forgot to mention the other component to language arts. I completely slipped my mind, but the other component that we are going to incorporate is we are still doing our Zahner Bloser handwriting. We still like it. She's doing level 2 right now, but I doubt she's going to finish in our 3rd grade year, so I don't have that one near me, but I did do a comparison between both, I believe, on my channel already. I'll have that link down below. But this is not a new one for us, and she's about just a fraction of the way in, as we kind of stopped once we got to the cursive that started, but it's in color, and I love the context of these handwriting books. So that is also part of our language. I think what's going to change about it is that we're not going to be doing it every day anymore going forward. So that's just to add in what we're doing for handwriting. I'm going to use this more as a tool this year and see where it goes, but that's like our main core right here. This is our bones, right? Like what I'm going to be focusing on during the week fully. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to incorporate it by like a quarter standpoint, where we drill in the grammar in 1 quarter, take a break in quarter 2, and drill in word roots. And then in quarter 3, drill in the spelling. I've thought of it that way too. I would love to hear your comments down below if you have ever incorporated your curriculum like that. I'm going to have a ton of videos coming out on the other curriculum that I have for this year, but there's not going to be a lot because like I said, I am simplifying the rest of our curriculum. So this is our core for language arts. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want flip throughs of any of these, I'm going to have them coming really soon after my curriculum videos are out, which should be all in 1 week. And then I'm going to start the mini flip throughs and like my initial thoughts on each individual curriculum. So that is it, my friends. Let me know in the comments what you're doing for language arts next year. I am so excited about our 4th grade year, and I hope you are excited about your new school year. Are you planning? Are you curriculum shopping? And also, please don't feel the pressure or need to buy all the shiny things. This is really for those that are looking forward to next year and are shopping around or wanting to see a specific company that maybe you've not seen and you want to check out because you feel it will be best for your homeschool. All right, I'll see you in my next video.